Does this sound familiar? You and your partner are talking and suddenly, you feel that all too familiar sinking feeling. A simple conversation starts to spiral and before you know it, you're both hurt, drained, and totally misunderstood. You're left wondering, how did we get here again? Stuck in a painful cycle that feels impossible to break. But what if the key to transforming this pattern wasn't some hot new trend, but the 2,000-year-old wisdom of the ancient Stoics? It might sound a little strange, but this timeless philosophy is a powerful toolkit for building a stronger, more connected, and truly resilient relationship. We're going to break down 4 Stoic principles that will teach you how to handle conflict with grace and turn arguments into actual opportunities to grow together. Let's start with the cornerstone of all Stoic thought, the dichotomy of control. The philosopher Epictetus taught that some things in life are up to us, and some things just aren't. The only things we really command are our own thoughts, our judgments, and our actions. Everything else, the past, the weather, and yes, even our partner's feelings and reactions is outside of our control. Think about your last argument. How much of your energy was spent trying to change your partner's mind or fix their mood? That's a recipe for frustration. A Stoic approach flips that focus completely inward. Instead of thinking, I have to make them understand, you start asking, how can I respond to this with a clear head? This isn't about being passive or just giving in, it's about reclaiming your own peace of mind. You can't control if your partner is upset, but you can control whether you meet their anger with more anger or with patience. You are only responsible for your own choices. By focusing on what you can control, your response, you stop pouring fuel on the fire and create space for a much better outcome. Next up, we need to talk about empathy. The Stoics weren't unfeeling statues, they deeply understood the importance of our shared humanity. The great Stoic thinker and Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius constantly reminded himself to try and see the world from other people's perspectives. When we argue, our default setting is, I'm right. But Stoicism challenges us to hit pause and genuinely try to understand where our partner is coming from. This doesn't mean you have to agree with them, it just means you listen to comprehend, not just to cook up your next rebuttal. Why do they feel this way? What insecurity or fear might be hiding behind their words? When you approach a disagreement like this, you stop being opponents. Now, you're two people trying to solve a shared problem. As the philosopher Seneca said, anger, if not restrained, is frequently more hurtful to us than the injury that provokes it. By choosing empathy over anger, you disarm the conflict and open the door to a real solution. If this idea of responding with wisdom instead of reacting with anger is clicking with you, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We explore practical philosophy for modern life every single week. Our third principle is a big one, and it might be the most beautiful and challenging in Stoicism. Amor fati, which is Latin for love of fate. This idea encourages us to not just accept everything that happens, the good, the bad, and the ugly, but to truly embrace it. In a relationship, this means accepting your partner for who they actually are, flaws and all, not the idealized version you have in your head. It means accepting the challenges you face together as a core part of your shared story. This sentiment is captured in the writings of Marcus Aurelius, who believed we should love the people fate brings us together with, and do so with all our hearts. This mindset frees you from the constant, draining struggle against reality. Your partner is going to have habits that drive you nuts. You two will face setbacks you didn't see coming. Amor fati teaches us to see these moments not as defects in your story, but as essential plot points. By loving what is, you build a foundation of unconditional acceptance, which is one of the most powerful forms of love there is. And our final principle ties everything together. Let virtue be your compass. For the Stoics, the ultimate goal in life was to live virtuously, guided by wisdom, justice, courage, and self-control. They believed that a strong, loving relationship should be grounded in these virtues, not just in chaotic passion or dependency. So when a conflict pops up, instead of letting raw emotion drive the car, you can ask yourself, what's the wise thing to do here? What would be fair to both of us? What's the courageous move, which might just be admitting you were wrong? This isn't about bottling up your emotions, it's about letting your rational, best self lead the way. You can acknowledge the anger or hurt you feel, but you choose to act from a place of principle. Seneca wisely pointed out that we often suffer more in imagination than in reality. By grounding your actions in virtue, you ensure you're always being the person you want to be, no matter the emotional weather. You become the anchor in the storm, not part of the storm itself. So it all boils down to these 4 ideas. 1. Focus only on what you can control, your own response. 2. Lead with genuine empathy and try to see their side. 3. Embrace your entire journey together by loving your fate. And 4. Let virtue be your ultimate guide. Navigating relationships the Stoic way isn't about becoming cold or detached, it's the exact opposite. It's about getting your own inner world so under control that you can be fully present, loving and supportive for your partner, even when things get tough. It's about transforming conflict from a battle you have to win into a shared challenge you can overcome together. By applying this ancient wisdom, you can finally break that painful cycle of arguments and build a relationship that's not only more peaceful, but deeper and more authentic than ever before. Which of these principles hit home for you the most? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for being here with us.